In the quiet and serene Amik plain of Hatay, a storm was brewing, a storm of conflict, power, and destruction that would leave the world forever changed. The lush fields and tranquil villages would soon become a battleground where the clash of nations would unleash a catastrophic series of events that threatened the very fabric of existence. Amik plain, nestled between the towering Taurus mountains and the glistening Mediterranean Sea, had long been a place of harmony and coexistence. Farmers tilled their lands, shepherds tended their flocks, and the people lived in peace. But the fragile equilibrium was about to shatter under the weight of war. Tensions had been escalating for years between two neighboring countries, Zaravia and Aradia. Both nations were known for their fierce warriors and historical animosity. The Amik plain, strategically located between them, became the coveted prize for expansionist ambitions and territorial disputes. As negotiations faltered and diplomacy crumbled, Zaravian and Aradian forces amassed on the outskirts of the plain, casting an ominous shadow over the idyllic landscape. World leaders, cognizant of the potential disaster, made desperate pleas for peace. But their pleas fell on deaf ears, drowned out by the clamor of war drums. The first shots echoed through the valley, and the once peaceful Amik plain erupted into chaos. Explosions shattered the tranquility, sending shockwaves through the air and ripping apart the fabric of life. Villages that had stood for centuries were reduced to rubble, leaving behind only echoes of the laughter and stories that once filled their streets. The conflict escalated with unprecedented ferocity. Zaravian and Aradian armies clashed in a furious dance of destruction. Advanced weaponry, once reserved for the most extreme scenarios, now became commonplace. The sky darkened with smoke as missiles streaked through the air, decimating everything in their path. But the true horror had yet to reveal itself. Unbeknownst to the warring nations, Amik plain held a secret that, if unleashed, would bring about cataclysmic consequences for the entire world. Beneath the fertile soil, ancient energy lay dormant, waiting for an unwitting hand to awaken it. As bombs continued to rain down upon the plain, a critical miscalculation occurred. A massive explosion pierced the Earth's surface, breaching the hidden depths below. In an instant, a searing wave of unimaginable power surged forth, consuming everything in its path. It was a force beyond comprehension, an amalgamation of raw energy that defied the laws of nature. The unleashed energy cascaded outward, radiating with an intensity that shook the very foundations of existence. As it spread, continents quaked, and oceans churned in uncontrollable fury. The delicate balance of ecosystems shattered, unleashing devastation upon all living beings. Tsunamis surged across coastlines, forests ignited in unquenchable flames, and the skies themselves seemed to weep in anguish. The world, caught in the grip of this unstoppable calamity, reeled under its unfathomable might. The war that had once ravaged Amik plain now paled in comparison to the devastation unleashed upon the globe. Cities were reduced to ashes, mountains crumbled into dust, and life teetered on the brink of extinction. In the midst of this chaos, a realization dawned upon the surviving remnants of humanity. The war in Amik plain had been the catalyst, the spark that had ignited the cataclysmic events that now threatened to obliterate the world. Regret, sorrow, and a deep sense of despair permeated the air as survivors grappled with the consequences of their actions. As the sun set on the shattered remnants of Amik plain, silence engulfed the scarred earth. The war that had begun there, once fueled by territorial disputes and national pride, had morphed into a global catastrophe, a stark reminder of the destructive power inherent in human conflict. And so, as the remnants of civilization attempted to rebuild amidst the ruins, the tale of Amik plain would be etched into the annals of history, a somber reminder of the cost of war and a plea for a future where such devastation would never be repeated. Subscribe.